Okay, I think that's working. Part 2. Now the hard part's done. Well, the first part's done anyway. Now I do not need my homemade fence anymore, so we're going to remove this. Get this out of here, work well. Just spare parts laying around. That was a little wide gripper for to capture that wood, so it wouldn't slip around. Same thing on the other side. That was my little hold down mechanism. Spare parts laying around. Do not need that anymore. Clean up a little bit. Okay, now we're going to start manually sanding. That's my compressor running in the background. So first thing you want to do here is put down some grippy shit. I don't know what this stuff is called. Call it grippy shit. Clean that out. Take one of our outer boards. Get it ready for some manual sanding. Kind of cool. This grippy shit's pretty cool. Holds stuff well. So what I need to do now is kind of clean up these grooves. This was the second board. You can see it's kind of rough in here. That's due to the bit getting kind of beat up during the process. Cheap ass Chinese stuff. That's fine. So how are we going to handle this? So let me show you my original piece. This is the original piece, 1800s, 1860s trim. Okay. So this particular pattern I actually sent to a molding company, and they said, I'm sorry, we can't duplicate it. Well, they didn't say we can't duplicate it. They said we don't have it. But what they offered to do is make a tool for $650. In addition to $150 design time, then materials costs. The whole project for 2 of these boards to the left and right of my door would have been about $1,000. Heck with that. So I bought these cheap $13 routers. This is my kind of practice piece here. You can see it's kind of nicely cleaned up. Although it's, you know, just under a 1/4 inch, not as wide as this guy. You can't get this wide lumber anymore. So you can see here, that's my wood, my pattern. I'm pleased with it. Proportions are correct. Curves are nice and gentle. So how did I do that? So let's get, again, this is the original piece. It's my new piece here we're going to work on. So to accomplish that, what I decided to do is make what I'm going to call a barrel sand. I made actually 2 sanding devices for this. So here, get that. So there's 2 tasks involved here. One is kind of widening and softening these channels a bit, and that's what I plan to do with this kind of barrel sander. Again, the reason I chose that diameter, as you can see on the original trim, kind of matches quite well. Pretty good diameter, you see there. So what I'm going to do with this barrel sander, this is my other little sander. Where did I put that other part? Okay, so we're going to use the barrel sander to open up these channels to smooth them out. Then we're going to use this little guy that I made. Okay, you can see it's the exact same. It's routed just like the other pieces. That piece there is going to go, I'm going to sand the center after my roughs are done out here. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but I'll be sanding that down to give a nice round effect there. Now I expect this sandpaper to load up pretty quickly. It's soft pine. Pine loads up very quickly. So let me just simulate that. Typically after just a few passes of sandpaper over soft pine, your sandpaper becomes fouled. So what do you do with that? A couple things you can do. First, I'm going to blast it off with air. Clean it up. If anything remains, I'm going to clean it up with the paintbrush. Get it out of the grains, and this will last a long time. Now for that tool here, I made several adhesive back refills for that tool. So once this one's exhausted, I peel it off. That's got adhesive on the back. Stick it on there and just continue my work. It's going to take a while, but it's effective. Barrel sander. So to smooth out these channels, I'm going to be using honey, 120 grain, pretty good sandpaper. I'm going to wrap it around this barrel like such. Put some tape on it first. Just enough to grab it. This tape's, it's painting tape. It works pretty good after you push it in. Basically got my barrel sander. I'm going to wrap it in this stuff. So I got that over the pressure point. I can wrap it around. Get it nice and tight. Pull the other side so it's taut. Just kind of stick it on there. Rub it down, get that into the grain. That's the compressor again. Barrel sander. That's what I call it. So then comes the rather tedious process of smoothing out these channels. You can see it's already starting to load up. So what I would want to do there is quite frequently take my paintbrush, brush it off, get it out of there. Alright. So that on the right, on the left, and what this is going to accomplish is going to make these curves nice and kind of rounded. It's going to take off the rough edges that we saw here. See the squares? Right there, there, the outside. It's going to round them off, so we're going to have a nice kind of even, concentric presentation here to match the original trim. Second tool. Again, this is my little middle sander here, same sandpaper. So I wasn't exactly sure what angle would be best for me to kind of smooth this out. So I put Velcro on the handle of this thing. So if I find that this angle's the best, go over this until it's rounded off. It's already starting to round quite nicely, actually. Also, if I don't like the grip there, I can flip this thing around. And I got a pretty good grip. Nice. So, and that is another tedious process, but we'll return to the video and show you how we did afterwards. Okay, bye.